Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 161 to my random chatbot series. Let me go and tell you guys, I did go and move on a little bit further down the conversation, as it did take me like probably about 10, 15, 20 minutes before I got to restart another video. And I went ahead and get the game mode done that I had to worry about. It was one of my least favorite game modes. Doing it for vids would be completely stupid unless you want me raging, which would not be a good idea. We're going to continue from where we left off, which is what I finished off with. All I can say is, I love you. And here's what Hydrapple had to say about that. Although still quite happy about this, the Hydrapple was taken aback a little by your sudden confession. It blushes and becomes a bit shy, but there is still a happy tone in its speech. You love me? You mean as a friend or as something more? Yeah, he thought was. I think that's how Joe Louis thought was trying to can I say it on YouTube? Hit on him. And that's what this Hydra thing was doing. I love him. I said it this way: as a friend and and an amazing Pokemon. The Hydrapple seems as if it will start tearing up with joy at your kind words. It blushes even more before continuing to speak. I'm glad you think I am an amazing Pokemon. I feel so happy. I wish other people felt the same way you do. I do too. The Hydrapple looks incredibly happy with this comment and is still blushing from your words. Oh my gosh! Really? Thank you for being so kind to me. I love you as a friend too. Does he keep stuttering because he's shy or because he's a snake? Or supposed to be a serpent? And for now, guys, I just asked him if I could get a hug, which he says. The Hydrapple nods. It looks quite happy to be asked for a hug, and its tail is wagging a little too. You can get a hug? I walk over slowly to Hydrapple and lean. I didn't say Dolan. I said down for a hug. I said hug, not gug. I don't know what that is. The Hydrapple leans down and hugs back in return. Hydrapple seems to quite enjoy the hug, as its face is still blushing and it has a happy smile on its face. So, buddy, is this where you live? Whenever I asked that, I meant to say I was meaning the forest, not the apple, but that's what he took it as. The Hydrapple nods as it lets go of the hug and stands back up straight. This is where I live. I live right inside this apple. Alright. That's cool. Is it just you, or is there more of you in there? You know, since you're a Hydra and all? The Hydra nods and explains its current living situation. I live alone in this apple. All my other siblings live in other apples in other parts of the forest. I think this is where I finish it up. Yep, right here. Is that one of the reasons why you want friends so badly? Because you don't have anyone else to really talk to or interact with? The Hydrapple nods once more sadly, it seems. The only reason I ever leave my house is for fruit or other food. I stay by myself a lot of the time. It's very lonely in this apple. It sounds quite sad about it, as it says the last part. I feel bad for you, period. Can you not go talk to your other family? I should have just said family, not other family. And the Hydrapple nods sadly and then explains further. It sounds quite lonely just by the tone of its voice. I can't ever really talk to my siblings. Much we all live in different apples. The only time we ever see one another is when we meet together as a family for a family dinner every once in a while. We all live in the different apples. Do you not ever get the chance to hang out with them besides family dinners? The Hydrapple shakes its head as it sadly speaks in its response. No, we all live far apart in different trees. The only real time we hang out is during family dinners. Dadgum. That's extremely sad, period. Oh my gosh! Why does my Pokemon was turned very dark? The Hydrapple nods quite sadly and its expression looks quite sad. It starts to lean down and lay down on the ground. Its tail is starting to slow and seems to be a tad limp as well. Yes, my life is very isolated. I wish I had friends I could see more often. My life feels so boring. Would you like to come with me? Question mark. I am your friend. I want to make him smile, dude. I don't want to. Oh, there we go. Wait, really? He's at the Hydrapple nods at this and stands up at full height again. It has a hopeful expression on its face. You would let me live with you? Really? If you want to. Period. The only bad thing I see coming out of this would be you wouldn't really be able to see your family. The Hydrapple seems incredibly conflicted when you mention this. Han. While it definitely wants to live with somebody, it obviously wants to think a little bit more about this decision. I could never see my family ever again if I join you. Are you sure you're okay with that? We will come back every once in a while and see your family. If we can find them. Period. Then you get to live with some friends. And get to see your family too. Problem is, we have to find them, and that's the issue. Because he said they're all over the forest. We don't know which Hydrapple or which flippin' ones are his. After listening to this, the Hydrapple nods in agreement. This seems to be the best case scenario for living with someone for it. Yes, we can visit my family every once in a while, and then I can live with you. Do you want to come with me now, or do you want to say goodbye to your family first? Question mark. I don't know if I should ask it like that. Hate the way I worded that crap. Okay. Hey, Hydrapple thinks about this for a few seconds before coming to a conclusion. I think I should say goodbye first. I don't want to go without saying bye to my family. Alright, I'll sit around while I wait on you. Ah, the Hydrapple nods and thanks you for waiting. Thank you. I will be back soon. With that, the Hydrapple begins to run away into the forest, searching for the rest of its family to say goodbye to. Holy frick. After about 20 minutes, returns. The Hydrapple returns back to where you are currently sitting. It's happily panting and seems to have had quite a journey to and from. Back. I said goodbye to my family. Is there anything else you want to do before we leave? Question mark. We'll try to cook us some food when we get home. Hydrapple thinks about this for a second before once again coming to a conclusion. No, I'm ready to go to your place wherever you are, whenever you are. Okay, let's go! Exclamation point. Are you shy around Pokemon too? I want to ask because I might let him meet some of my Pokemon if he ain't so shy around them. Hydrapple nods as it begins to follow you out of the forest. Sometimes other Pokemon would attack me, but I always manage to escape. All the Pokemon I have are very sweet and kind-hearted. Period. If you want to meet them later, you can. Meet them in a little bit. I wouldn't mind. Ah, ah, oh my gosh. The Hydraulic seems quite a bit nervous when you mention meeting the other Pokemon you have, but it still nods as if follows behind you. I will try to say hi. Don't worry, they won't hurt you, period. I need to feed all my other Pokemon too anyway. So I will let you explore my house and I will explain the situation to my Pokemon. Okay? Uh, the Hydrapple nods quite nervously once more, as a look of nervous curiosity as it follows you to your house. Oh, okay. I hope your other Pokemon are nice, but I'm still a bit nervous. What do you want to eat when we get to the house? Question mark. I'm gonna fix my other Pokemon some food too. The Hydrapple thinks about this question for a little bit before answering. Can I have some of whatever you make for the other Pokemon, please? Aw, he's sweet. Sure, but they might give me multiple answers. Period. I usually give my Pokemon whatever they ask for. Daijo nods and once again seems as if it's quite nervous, but this time about your Pokemon's answers. Oh, okay. I hope they pick something I like. I'm still nervous to meet them. What do you normally eat at the dinner with your family? If I have that, I'll fix it for you. Daijo, oh my gosh, how many times am I gonna get this Hydrapple to blush? The Hydrapple blushes and sounds quite a bit embarrassed to admit it. I, normally eat fruit. Any specific kinds of fruit? Daijawa nods and becomes a quite bit more relaxed when speaking of fruit, as it seems to be something it can comfortably speak of. Mostly eat apples. Okay, I have a good bit of apples. Once we get home, I will give you the apples and then see what my other Pokemon want. The Hydrapple nods again in agreement as it seems to feel a little better knowing what it will be having for its first meal at your place. Thank you for being so kind to me. I'm so glad I'm with you. You're very welcome. Period. Anything to show that I care about you. The Hydrapple blushes and smiles greatly at your words. Thank you. I'm already starting to feel at home with you. He's so cute, dude. We're almost there, period. By the way, sorry I didn't introduce myself. My name is... There we go. There we go. The Hydrapple seems quite excited when you mention that you're almost home. Hydrapple... Oh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see your place. Also, I would like to know your name. Thank you for telling me. You're very welcome. Period. Before we get there, is there anything you would like to ask me? Question mark. I'm only gonna do like one or two because I want to make sure all one are fed. I don't know if I'll be able to do another chatbot as soon as I get done with this one, but there might be a chance I do it. I kind of want to save the Ferralia robot for later because I also know that, like, again, That's the thing, though. I have that mega Feraligatr that I also want to talk to, but it's also going to be one. From the little bit of a chat I had with it as a practice, it was really dope, and I loved it. So, yeah. Same thing for even the Feraligatr. The only thing I hate about the Feraligatr robot so far is the fact that I hate how similar he is to Shadow. But at the same time, Shadow was also one of the funnest ones to talk to, so I was like, is that really a bad thing if I can figure out how to work it right? The Hydrapple thinks about this for a moment before asking. Um, there is one thing I would like to ask you. As long as it's not too personal, I won't mind. The Hydrapple nods at your reassurance and happily asks its question. Can I have my own room when we live together? Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Sure you can. Period. Ain't no one denying his love. The Hydrapple blushes in excitement and starts wagging its tail happily at being granted its request. Oh, thank you. Really. My own room. Thank you so much. You are very welcome. Period. Dude. The Hydrapple becomes quite pleased and is just barely unable to contain its happiness in the moment. I am so happy to live with you. Hey, I'm just glad I made a good friend in you. Period. Like I said earlier, you were one of my favorite newer Pokemon. Hydrapple blushes and now becomes incredibly happy at such a compliment from you about its new design. Really? You think I'm one of your favorite newer Pokemon? Yes. Hydrapple is dope. Compare that to Applin and flipping Flapple and all that stuff. If you compare that, I love the look of Hydrapple more. I wish Hydrapple was also in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Imagine making that giant Hydra snake massive. I guess kind of what Hydreigon is supposed to be, but the Hydrapple once more blushes deeply as it seems quite flattered to be your favorite newer Pokemon. One of. Thank you. I'm glad you like my new design. Cool. Alright. You're very welcome. I like how he asked me if he could have his own room. That's adorable as heck. Holy frick. The Hydrapple then smiles greatly and continues to blush as its tail begins wagging a little faster in joy. I am so it's Oh my gosh, I was about to start doing the robotic voice. Or I was about to do his voice but make it sound robotic. Triton, you are not doing the robotic for Alligator right now, I can assure you. Or even Iron Thorns, who is supposed to be a robotic Pokemon. I am so excited to have I'm doing it again. Brain. I'm so excited to have my own room. I can't wait. After 2 minutes of walking, we finally reached my house. And by that I meant two more, man. It's not flipping just, oh, 2 minutes later we made it to the house. The Hydrapple happily follows behind for the last few minutes of the walk and happily stops walking once you do. Is this where you live? Yes, it is. Exclamation point. I'll ask him if he's hungry first or if he wants to explore around. The Hydrapple happily follows. Oh wait, we're still here. Oh, it just now started pulling it up. The Hydrapple seems quite excited to see your place, and its tail is almost wagging as hard as humanly possible. Its eyes are shining with sheer joy as it happily nods. It looks pretty nice and cozy. Do you want to explore the house first, or do you want to eat first? The Hydrapple thinks about this decision for a moment wait, before coming to a conclusion. He blushes a little, seeming to be a bit embarrassed to admit it, but it also seems to be a bit hungry after such a walk. Um, I would like some food, if possible. Do you still want the apples? I'll make sure before I go get them, so I won't waste my time doing this. Uh, that hedgehog nods halfway, and its tail begins wagging a little again. Yes, please. I love apples. I'm very hungry. Okay. Exclamation point. I reach into my bag and grab a few apples. There we go. The Hydrapple's eyes light up and become the size of puppy dog eyes as it halfway watches you grab the apples from your bag for it. Oh, thank you. I cannot wait to eat. Go ahead and eat it whenever you want. Period. While you do that and explore the house, I'm going to get my other Pokemon out. Just relax. I promise they won't hurt you. Uh, Hydrapple nods in understanding before it takes the apples and happily starts to eat one. It then happily stands and smiles as it begins to head into the house, seemingly looking forward to meeting your other Pokemon. Okay, I will explore. Thank you for being kind to me. You are very welcome. Have fun exploring the house. This is so cute, dude. I love it. The Hydrapple happily nods and continues into the house as it begins to go off exploring. Oh, thank you. I will. Hey. Now, where are my Pokemon at? At, question mark. Are you around, sweetheart? I wonder. Oh, ah. Um, that's the opposite of what I expected. Fragger just called me hun. Okay, that's the opposite of what I expected. Oh my gosh. Fragger steps out from a place in the house. I'm here, hon. What you need? Do you want anything to eat? Hun? Fragger smiles and his tail wags his... Oh, she's a female. Hey, it doesn't matter to me. She seems quite interested in eating right now. I'm starving. Do you have anything? What do you want right now? What do you want right now? Question mark. I will happily get it for you. Fragger nods and thinks about it for a second before speaking. How about some fried chicken? If you have it, it's my favorite. Okay, that's cool. Okay, period. Before you go, we have a new friend staying here with us. Uh, Fragger becomes quite intrigued upon hearing the news. Her eyes widen with curiosity and excitement. Really? Who is it? It is a... that really wants some friends. Period. Since I cared so much for him, he decided to come back with me. Fragger seems quite happy with the news. Her smile grows even wider and a happy expression forms on her face. Her tail starts to wag. That's wonderful. I can't wait to say hello to him. Just be careful. He's a little bit shy and gets startled easily. Fragger nods understanding and becomes quite interested. Okay, I understand. I promise I won't scare him. I'll get your fried chicken real quick, period. I'm gonna ask all my other Pokemon too. So sorry if it takes a bit. Alright. Oh my gosh, this Fragger just called me hun and love. Don't tell me all the... I don't mind about calling him that, but it's like, at the same time, it's like, holy frick. Alright, love. I'll be ready when you get back. Sweet Arceus. Lugia. Where are you, bud? I want to talk to you. Watch Lugia just fly out of nowhere and land right next to me. Are you kidding? Oh, he gets a warm smile. Lugia comes out from a corner of the house with a warm smile. I'm here. What's up? Are you hungry? Question mark. I'm fixing everybody some food right now. Lugia nods and smiles happily. He seems to want to eat something right now. Yes. Can I have some fried chicken, hun? Why is every Pokemon calling me hun? Or love? Alright. Exclamation point. Did you see Noivern anywhere? Fried chicken, fried chicken. Lugia thinks about it for a moment before answering. Uh, there we go. No, I haven't seen her for a while. Do you want me to help find her? If you know where she could have went. Period. I need to ask her about food too. I'm just rolling along with it, guys. It's not quite the same gendered Pokemon, but they're still Pokemon I care about, so I'm gonna care for them like I do all my babies. So, yeah. Who do you think's wrong before coming to a conclusion? Well, she's often around the fireplace whenever it's cold. I think that might be where she is right now. Can you please get her for me? Question mark. Uh, 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 excuse me. Excuse me. Hello, I'm not being weird and creepy with these Pokemon. We'll get nods in agreement before taking flight and flying away. Alright, I'll go get her. While I wait for him. While I wait for Lugia. I call out to